As of today, all 8 dogs are still alive.
The fate of 8 was fantastic. They're healthy, happy. No need for people to be scared of distemper. It's simply taken care of. Lucy here, perfect example. We have many others. All you have to do is ask questions. Ask the right questions.
Questions like, how did Newfields know that these dogs had distemper before the test results even came back? She was already taking the necessary steps and actions for treating these dogs for distemper before the test results came back showing positive that distemper was indeed what she was going to be dealing with regarding these dogs. Is there some kind of simple test to know whether or not your dog has distemper? Or
urine and blood, they take 3 to 5 days, and they have to send it in to a specialized laboratory to do it.
So this is something a vet should do?
Yeah,
right?
vet should do.
Okay,
but you're running against time at this point. If the dog's been exposed to it and it's not being vaccinated, most likely it's very highly contagious. The dog will get the virus.
In December of 2013, Newfields answered my basic question. The longer we wait for these dogs to be treated, the harder it's going to take to save these dogs and help them recover. During the same time, Newfields was already treating 4 other dogs for distemper. 3 of them were in their neurological phase. It was only fair that a fundraising page be set up so that the community would have the opportunity to contribute in the effort to save 8 dogs from being euthanized and from the deadly disease called canine distemper.
He gets along with who? Because we got more dogs in there.
They all get along good. They've gotten along good with anybody we put them with.
So, let's bring them down.
Do they all have distemper?
We don't know for sure if they did or didn't. We didn't have them all tested.
And in what I've seen in the dogs that have kennel cough and bordetella, they hack something out, like slimy stuff, but in distemper it's not, and in most of the time they go and it kind of blows in the side.
It's not the best.
They can have a fever from above 102 to 105. They can have a green discharge from eyes or nose. They can have sores on their stomachs. They can be lethargic, can't poop, have no appetite, dehydrated. Those are some of the symptoms.
She was not only right in making the right call, but she took action from the decision that these dogs needed to be treated before the condition becomes worse. Her judgment and her call in going ahead and moving forward by finding others who believe and understand her treatment well enough to be able to trust their dog in being a donor dog. The longer we wait for these dogs to be treated, the harder it's going to take to save these dogs and help them recover from the neurological state of canine distemper. Of all the people that we know to handle such an outbreak, Newfields would be the best candidate. Not only does she have the knowledge, but she has the experience. And whether you agree or disagree, you can't deny the fact that she walks the talk.
So the army report comes really handy, just like power dogs that people take home to be treated. Kind of the same scenario. She got a fever of 105.7. So there's some infection going on, but we don't have all the antibiotic, but this is a pretty good antibiotic. I wish we had some amoxicillin and stuff, but we need money. We need funds. Hold on. Okay. We need funds. We need funds.
Apparently, Jim Fisher, not being very supportive of our passion and love for animals. Also, Jonathan Galt, because you use the same pointless arguments and misguided information to base your arguments on. The fact that these dogs were going to be put down and euthanized. Somebody had the courage to step up and stand up for these 8 dogs. These 8 dogs that nobody wanted, nobody had the time for, to care for. And despite your effort, Jim Fisher, we know it's you. While you were trying to stop a fundraising page, some of us were busy trying to stop a distemper outbreak. You obviously do not have the hands-on experience that a new field has. You don't even have the balls to touch a dog suspected of having distemper. Yes, distemper is controversial. The word distemper in itself is pretty much taboo. It's a subject not people want to deal with or talk about or discuss. It's something people would rather just ignore. Why? Because they probably don't understand it. Whatever they heard or read about, it doesn't compare to what if somebody actually experienced hands-on successfully. But if we actually had the passion and love for animals, we would at least support other people's efforts, especially those who are willing and brave enough to actually stand up, step up, resolve the problem. On the other hand, we have being a skeptic is one thing, but being destructive through actions like having a fundraising page be shut down, accusing it of being a scam. All the time, effort, love, and dedication that was required from a new save these dogs and make sure that they are healthy and living. You should ask or write about how her beautiful family were scammed. Time was love and attention was taken away from them. They deserve it more than anyone else for being supportive all the way, standing by her no matter what. So, having said that, thank you, Mr. Fisher. You helped us realize and appreciate who she is even more. As of today, all 8 dogs are still alive. They have survived the death sentence, being euthanized, and with distemper. Here is Amberly's test result, which shows her being positive for distemper. And this is Amberly, now known as Mayum, being adopted by Belinda Bishop.
Most people can't wait to unload or do things, or we run into a lot of things that makes you question humanity and people's words
I'm sure.
and things like that nature.
So all along you've been putting out your resources, your time and energy to save these dogs, and you have successfully done so, time and time again.
With the help of people like Hero Lee, Minura, my husband, David Fields, Kim, Nicholas Shelton and his wife.
What's going on with the 8 dogs now that you...
They are doing wonderful. They overcame it with just one treatment, and they are all doing good. One is a doctor, the other is in foster care. Maddie, Jerry and Lulu are going to Alberta with Bonner's Rescue, and Hank is going up north as well. Victoria's rescue is pending. So everybody's doing really good, living a normal life.
What was the experience like?
It's getting more controversial, and particularly in one person that's trying to kind of make things harder. Besides that, it's the same, except the 3 other dogs I got from another rescue shelter was harder to deal with, to kill the virus, and we had to do quite a bit of more treatment, but we did overcome that too, and they are doing great.
Successfully treating them is one thing, but housing them, that's pretty hard, isn't it? That's hard. Caring for them day by day, and
especially when you don't have any help, volunteer help or financial help, and then on top of that, some guy just decides to sabotage everything for absolute no reason, so everything gets harder. But surely that didn't stop us from saving the 8 dogs or the dogs before that, so we've successfully done it over and over.
It's inevitable that another outbreak will occur. It seems to be doing so.
It is. It's happening. Right now I've been contacted.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I hate, for the first time I said, no, I can't house them and take the full responsibility. So pretty much they're getting a death sentence. And that's hard.
Besides the fundraising page that was sabotaged, was there any help from the city?
Kimberly Carter from the shelter has helped taking 4 of the dogs to foster and given some food. As of now, that's all the help we received.
Regarding funds from the city?
I have not.
So there was no financial help at all from the city?
No.
What's the estimated expenses that you had to put out yourself alone to have these 8 dogs survive?
My bill was a little under $1,900, and I just paid it. That's just the vet bill, and then on top of that, whatever the other occurrences. But Kimberly Carter was kind enough to give us some food.
The longer we wait for these dogs to be treated, the harder it's going to take to save these dogs and help them recover from the neurological state of canine distemper.
No need for people to be scared of distemper. It's simply taken care of. We have many others. All you have to do is ask questions. Ask the right questions. Ask the right people for help. Don't euthanize. Again, we win.
How did you...
Through a mutual friend, Nicholas Shelton. He had sent me a message and said that she was needing someone to foster for her. So.
Okay. Well, thanks, Tiffany. So as of July 23rd, 2014, Hank has not only survived euthanasia, he survived neurological distemper, but he had to undergo being neutered, and today he got neutered and his rabies shot. So congratulations, Hank. You look a lot healthier and fatter. Oh. So what do you gotta say to Jim Fisher?
Yeah, Mr. Fisher! Suck on my nutsack!
So it was already an uphill battle, but for some reason this one individual just made it even more challenging and difficult, but yet you were still able to accomplish and achieve what nobody else that I know of could come close to doing what you do. How many dogs now have you successfully treated?
Personally, 95 dogs.
95 dogs. How many people in the world do you know that has done that number of dogs
With
successfully?
Distemper?
Yes.
I don't know if anybody.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? You might be a paralyzed dog, but you're fine. There's things you enjoy in life.
Thank you. Thank you, all those who contributed in any way, whether it be financially, whether it be just words of support.